viewers. Here you can see the slide on slide Sociolinguistics presented from University of Science Department English Part First. Name a short roll number 223 by 17 semester second subject linguistics. So here I'm going to introduce about I'm going to share outlines of my recording video presentation. Social linguistics. Here we will discuss about definition of sociolinguistics, characteristics, varieties of language in contact, conclusion. So let's start with the first, the definition of sociolinguistics is the study of language in relation to society. Means sociolinguistics is totally related to society. Socio plus linguistics means socio society linguistics language. Its main focus is society and language. That's the sociolinguistics is totally focuses on society and language. The effect of society and language means the language affects by society. Second one, sociolinguistics is the study of how language is used in society and how social factors influence language evolution and change. Sociolinguistics is the totally study of how society affects our language, any language that causes the variation in language and changes in language. So let's uh, move forward. Now you can see characteristics of sociolinguistics. A branch of linguistic sociolinguistic belongs to is one of the branch of linguistic uh, science concerned with the relationship between language and society. Sociolinguistics you can take sociolinguistics as a science that deals with the relationship between language and society. It considers that language is a social and a cultural phenomenon. It studies language in its social context in real life situation by empirical investigation. So let's move forward. Now you can see varieties of language. Here are varieties of language. Standard variety used by government, media, communication, and thought in school and universities. The regional geographical dialects, variety of language spoken by people living in an area. Here you can see the variety of language in a single era where lots of people live in an era as like the North American people use sentence my hair needs combing, but it becomes my hair needs to be combed in the mid north and my hair needs combed in the south. Here you can see a single sentence is spoken in a single area by people with the different way. You can see the sentence about here. So let's move forward. Social dialect. Social acts forms of language that characterize the speech of different social classes. There are acute differences in Indian language between the speech of Brahmins and non-Brahmins castes. The Brahmins were to say milk is halu, while non-Brahmins says alu. Here you can see the example of Indian people. Here are two castes of Indian Brahmins and non-Brahmins. They spoke a single word in different varieties of language. Brahmins call milk as halu, while non-Brahmins call as alu. So that is the difference between a single area of people, a single word spoken in different ways. So let's move forward. Registers functional varieties, a term widely used in sociolinguistics, refers to varieties according to use, used to describe specific vocabulary associated with different occupation group. In this slide, you have learned that how language is technically changes uh, from a group of occupation to group of occupation. Like language of doctors is different from language of engineers. Language of engineers is different from language of journalists. And language of journalists is different from language TSA. So you can see the language of every occupation is totally changed from different from another occupation. Doctors use their own words as um, microorganisms, macroorganisms, zoology, botany, biology. That are the different words that is spoken by a doctor which belongs to medical field. But you will see a difference between our engineer language, and like they were told you about, they will often use the words as measurement, height, it's like that's different between the equation two. This is the difference between of two peoples who belong to different occupations. So here are the register and meaning. It's like this the example of register meaning is called small group of people working as a team. Aggregate total score of each two clubs after play in first and second match. Like round of the game, there be a match between two clubs which come from same city. Hat trick action of making greatest three goals in single match. Injury time added in normal time. You can see that is a difference from every people's language. Same words in different ways. Like in sport, in doctoring, doctor, in engineer, journals, they use single word in their own meaning. So it is the game of occupation. Let's move forward. Here's the conclusion of my video presentation. So basically, social linguistics deals with language society relationships, and it is studied to best empirical analysis from real life social context. Social linguistics is different with sociology of language. Social linguistics focuses on society and language, while sociology of language focuses on language effects on society. Field of social linguistics studies consist of varieties of language context, language maintenance, and language justice, language change, language learning, and etc. So field of sociolinguistics totally study the changing in language and the shifting of language from an era to era. We studied about the examples of different regions. So here my presentation is going to the end. So the end of my presentation by Shwakali. So I'm thankful. Thanks to watch my video and keep and happy. Thank you.